Hello everybody. This is Javier in Guadalajara and Katza in Mexico City.
That's right.
And today we're having a podcast on Christmas related stuff.
Yeah,
We're
we're
going to
gonna
talk
talk
about
about
Katza.
we're gonna talk about traditions,
Oh,
American
cool. I love
Christmas
traditions.
traditions. Yes, because did you know that Christmas traditions date back from the 16th century? I think from
It's
in
just, I
Germany.
think I heard about that.
Yes. Where does the Christmas tree come from? Do you know?
Um, I'm a history buff, but you got me there. You got me
All
there.
right.
No,
It
I have
comes
no
from
idea.
Germany. It comes from Germany.
Oh,
The
really?
Christmas tree we know, decorated Christmas tree and everything dates back to the 16th century and from Germany. Do you set up a tree at home?
I have my kids are grown up. My kids are all grown up. I stopped setting up a tree a while back. We used to like do in the last couple of years. We used to do a nativity set and all the
Okay.
things, all the Coca-Cola products that they accumulated over the years. You have those
Right.
things in your
Yeah.
house, but I'm just so lazy to set up a Christmas tree now because
Oh,
like I
that's so
said, my kids are
sad.
grown up, so they're getting socks. Okay, they're not getting toys anymore.
So you say that Christmas trees are only for children? Is that
That's
what
a
you're
good
saying?
question, because my girlfriend's gonna set up a Christmas tree this year, and she's only gonna do it because her grandchildren are coming over. You
All
know,
right. Uh-huh.
I think most people do. Everywhere you go, you go to a supermarket, you go to a company because we also teach companies.
Yes.
They have a Christmas tree. They have Christmas cards. The
Right.
stuff that I hate is not actually the decorations, but the Kris Kringles. You know,
Right.
the Secret Santas, all that. I hate that. I don't know about you. I'm a Grinch.
Oh, you are the Grinch. You
I
are
know. Well,
the
I don't know.
Grinch.
People never get what they want.
I know. Well, did you know that Christmas trees are a big, big important tradition in North America, in the States, since
I think they do.
yeah, they do, since
You
the
know,
19th century.
I
Uh,
was reading an article that what is that lady, the lady that sings about her ex-boyfriends? Taylor
uh,
Swift.
uh-huh.
She grew up in a Christmas tree farm.
Farm, exactly.
Oh wow, they have. I mean, there's like farming of Christmas trees. I
It
just
is. And there is an American Christmas Tree Association.
no way.
Even, yes, there
Is it like
is.
a union? Oh my god.
Something like that. It's like they are in charge of obviously controlling and regulating all the Christmas tree farms that there are all
Wait a
over the
minute. How do you
states.
how do you regulate Christmas trees? Is there a standard height, green
No,
or
I think it's related to, to not cutting as many trees as people want. Just
oh, okay, that kind of makes
yeah,
sense. Yeah.
yes.
I read
So
somewhere in Europe, where somewhere that you can get your Christmas tree in a pot, not
yeah,
just
you
cut,
can.
and then when you're done with it over the Christmas holidays, you can
Uh-huh.
send it back to the Christmas tree farm,
Right.
and they'll keep it for you for a year, and then you can get it back next year
Right.
for the
Mhm.
holiday, and after the fifth tour of duty and after the fifth tour of the tree, they get to
Uh-huh.
plant it in the forest and just let it be.
Let it be. Let it
So that's
stay
kind of
there.
like eco-friendly. I kind of like the
Yeah, that's
idea.
right. Yeah, nowadays it's the trend. For example, my Christmas tree is eco-friendly. It's in a pot.
Oh,
It's
good,
small
good,
and it's
good.
in a pot.
Did you
Yes.
buy it that way or?
Yeah. I mean, we bought it and we had to put it in a pot,
Okay,
do
cool.
the dirt stuff and things. But
I love trees.
yes, I love trees exactly. And I didn't really want to have a dead tree for Christmas.
That is the kind of, isn't it kind of like the sad part? Is it kind of like when you see your neighbor's tree outside in their driveway,
Yeah. It's
not
like all
drying away.
dry and
I
dead.
know it's kind of
Uh-huh.
sad. It's kind of
So
like
sad.
Christmas is gone.
Yeah.
It's
And
dead.
those are gonna go straight to the chipper, right?
Yeah, normally. Yeah,
Exactly.
they would turn into compost, but there's always some idiot that sets it up on fire or something.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
hate that.
Exactly.
I hate
Yeah,
that.
so Christmas tree is the biggest tradition, American tradition for Christmas ever.
Wow.
And for example, to me is the most wonderful time of the year, as the song says.
You know what it really differentiates the Christmas tree in terms of regions? It's the ornaments.
Yeah,
And that's
they
how
do.
that's, yeah, the ornaments are kind of it used to be those things, the shiny balls that hang on there.
Yeah,
And now people write the Christmas cards and they'll put like candy on it. I
yeah.
read somewhere a long time ago that before Christmas lights, they had little candles.
Candles. They used to
They had
put
little
candles.
candles, right?
Yeah, they
Isn't
did.
that a safety hazard? You
It
know?
was, it's like I'm not really sure how humankind got to
I
be
know,
where
that's
we are
Christmas.
because we were like risking our lives all the time.
I know, like, oh my God. Yeah, but I do like what I do like about Christmas, it does apparently, by tradition, whether you believe in Christ or not, it does represent the birth of Jesus Christ.
Right.
And although some documents reveal that Jesus Christ was actually born somewhere in the spring season, it
Exactly.
helps a lot with the December winter depression. A lot of people feel depressed during this time, and it helps people to pick up
Their
their uh,
spirits.
their spirit totally.
Yeah. Yeah.
As opposed to just feeling down.
Yeah.
Because I know people, especially as you get older, they're just feeling down by the dumps.
Yes.
Um,
Also because Christmas follows another very important tradition in North America, which is Halloween, in which we celebrate dark stuff and ghosts and tell scary stories and things like that.
yeah,
So
yeah.
we need to come back to the light.
I know that. The cool thing about Halloween, it shows that you're too old to be doing
Oh,
Halloween. I remember the
no.
last time I
No
went trick
one's
or
ever
treating.
too old to do
Oh,
that. Come
no, but I
on.
mean trick or treating, yeah, not Halloween. I mean, you can go to
I know.
Halloween parties and
Right.
the what do you call this, bobbing for apples kind of parties and everything. But
Uh-huh.
my uncle used to take us. We lived in Long Beach, California, and my uncle would drive up to Palos Verdes because
Hmm.
that's kind of a nice neighborhood,
Yeah.
and we would get the best candy, like full size Snickers. Like, yeah,
Wow.
not the little kind, not the bite, not the fun size Snickers, the full size Snickers.
Uh-huh. Wow.
And I used to dress up as Dracula.
Right.
I was admired in him as a monster.
Right.
It was easy to do, just the cape, brush my hair back when I'm back when I have hair. And it's really cute because when they're little kids, you're like, oh my God, you're so cute. What are you, a little witch? Oh, cool.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God, you're a little monster. And they look at you like, oh, here.
Yeah, aren't you all to trick or treat?
And they're like, here, don't come back next year.
Oh,
That
that is
and
so
that's
sad.
like the beginning of purity. Like I should not be back next year.
Yeah,
Thank you for the
exactly.
candy man. I promise I will not come back.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
But Christmas is not, as you can celebrate Christmas as a big little kid all your life.
Yeah, but you yourself said that your kids have grown up and then you want to set a
Well, I'm
tree.
talking for myself. My case. I had my ups and downs in Christmas
Right.
growing up. I just hated how some people just try to have it perfect.
Yes.
Um, since I grew up in California, in a Mexican family, it was kind of awkward. We'd have that mixture between should we make tamales or should we have turkey?
Oh,
And
okay.
sometimes we did have the turkey, and it was kind of like, oh my God,
I miss
the
tamales.
fact that I just had turkey a couple of weeks ago from Thanksgiving,
Thanksgiving,
and
exactly.
you never finish the turkey. You know what I mean? It's
Yes.
like the hard part about turkey is like, okay, we had turkey, and guess what we're having tomorrow? Turkey,
Turkey.
and then turkey sandwich and turkey
Yeah.
salad. Whatever we
And
can think of
turkey
turkey.
stuffing.
And then you said, and then Christmas, what are we gonna have again? Turkey.
Turkey. Right.
Yeah. So so
Right.
that was kind of like the awkward
The
thing.
downside. The
The
turkey is the
downside of
downside.
Christmas, if you may.
All right. You talked about chocolate. Did you know that chocolate is the most common gifted item in during
I don't
Christmas?
blame them. Okay, I don't blame them at all. You give me chocolate
Yeah.
any time of the year. I
Yeah,
love chocolate. You know what
absolutely.
I don't
Love.
like? I don't like cocoa. I don't like hot cocoa.
No?
No, I don't know.
Oh
I
my
just
God,
not
you're
a cocoa
so
guy.
Grinch.
Yeah, I know I am. You pretty much label me that way. You know how
Right.
people, if you grew up in, well, I grew up, like I said, I grew up in Southern California. So
Uh-huh.
I have friends that would drive up to, Big Bear.
Oh
You
yeah.
heard of
Right.
that? Big Bear is like up in
Yes.
the mountains where Canelo
There's
trains right
snow.
now. Now it
Yes.
snows,
There's snow.
so it's
Yeah.
kind of like this is one part I liked about California. You have the beach, but you also have the snow.
And the
In
desert.
Mexico, unless you live up north or like in your case, like you go up to Toluca and there's
You
snow
can
in
see a
there.
little snow. A
Just a little bit
little.
of snow, yeah. You can't
Yes, just
really.
a little. I think
You
to
can,
see a lot of snow, you have to go all the way to Chihuahua.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Have you tried like do a snow angel where you live? So,
No.
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 It's more like a mud angel, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
because if you don't get like the full snow, you get what you call slush.
Yeah,
You hear the
exactly.
word slush, it's
Slush.
like ice and water at
Ice
the same time.
and
Yeah,
water. Uh-huh.
I
We
hate
get that
that
a
thing,
lot
man. It's
here.
cold and it's wet. So anyway, I remember seeing like people in commercials. They're up on their log cabin with their mittens, and their
Right.
whatever, and the
Yes.
scarves and the little hot cocoa with marshmallows, sitting around the fireplace. And no, not for me. See, I'm a coffee
Right.
guy. I'm a coffee guy. That's it.
Yeah.
Like that coffee's like not Christmassy, you know.
Well, you can always drink a mocha, you know?
Mocha, but it's so weird because as a kid, growing up in Mexico, we were poor, and I don't know if you guys know, but like poor kids in Mexico drink coffee
Yeah.
because we can't afford milk.
Yeah, exactly.
But so I used to, if we had a chance, my mom would get us milk and we put milk in our coffee because the coffee was just way too strong. And now that I'm a grown up, it's like completely the opposite.
Yes, I
I
want it
can't have
as strong
coffee.
as it gets.
I just can't have coffee that is not just black coffee. I
Okay.
do need sugar. I mean, I'm not that much of yet.
Okay. No
I'm
espresso
not.
for you. No espresso for you.
I growing up. I don't know if you remember like those detective shows back in the 70s, 80s,
Mhm.
where the
Mhm.
detective would just put like a little cup in the machine, and there was just like black coffee and no sugar. Just give it to me straight. Like, "Urgh."
Uh,
I always admire those guys. They can
yeah.
just think, God, just give it to me straight, no sugar. And I tried it several times, and I'm not there yet. I'm not
No,
that tough. Yeah, I need
it's
my
yeah,
sugar
it's
with it.
difficult to drink no sugar coffee.
Do you?
I love coffee, but I never drink it without sugar. And I
No, I'm
love
not there
cocoa
yet.
as well.
They say
So
that
I
like
need the
that's the way you
sugar.
should do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just
Yeah.
can't. I'm not there yet.
And
So,
it's very funny how we kind of like relate sweet stuff to Christmas because there's a lot of sweet
well,
things going on for Christmas. For example, the gingerbread cookie house. Have you ever done
oh
one of those? Have
yeah,
you ever made?
I've never actually seen a gingerbread house like real life because I like gingerbread
It's always
man.
in
Yeah,
movies.
like I'm only in the movies. If you related like Hansel and
Yeah,
Gretel,
yeah,
like it's
exactly.
like yeah, like
That's
that.
the
That's kind of
original, the original gingerbread house. Exactly.
like the
Well,
original gingerbread house.
nowadays, it's like they in the States they count down the days towards Christmas morning, and one of the traditions that they have is they decorate a gingerbread house and then they eat
Oh
it. So
wow.
yeah, they destroy it basically.
Well, actually, if you actually go back to the Grimm brothers that wrote the
Exactly.
story,
Right.
it was back then. I read an article that back then those stories were used as like stories to teach children
Right.
that they should not stray
Yeah.
into the woods and they should
Hmm.
not talk to strangers because,
Yes.
of course, the Disney version is a lot nicer, a lot more like PG rated.
Yes. Exactly.
But the German one is more like they get to be cooked or something like that. Like children, like, oh
Right.
my God,
Yes.
who reads that? Jesus Christ!
Right.
I don't want to scare the kids into like not doing like what kids might actually do, just straight out of there. You know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
one thing I do like before Christmas, and I used to do it a lot with my students. I don't do it a lot more. Don't ask me why. It's like the 12 days of Christmas. Remember those?
Yes. 12
Like
days for
on the
Christmas.
first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me.
Hmm.
And
Yeah,
then
I
like
don't
I
know
had to
it
look
by
up
heart, but
what's a yeah, I
I
don't know it by heart either. Trust me, I have to look them up every single year. But I said, what's a
you should.
partridge?
You should by
What's a
now.
partridge? And I would have my son like Google stuff like what's a partridge? I realized that's a bird.
Right.
A
The
partridge
partridge
in a pear
family.
tree.
Uh-huh.
And then there's this like page on the internet where they actually add up the cost of
Right.
like like six keys a lane, five golden rings. So they add up the value of all the stuff that he has to give his true love the 12
Right.
days before Christmas, and they come up with a grand total. Like how much would it actually cost? It's kind of funny,
Right.
because gifts are about, and Christmas to me is about like spending gifts for people. You know.
Yeah, that's another the Charlie Brown version of Christmas is the commercializing part of it, right? It's the
That's
it kind
kind
of
of
like lost it's kind of like lost its spiritual meaning at some
I
point.
think so too.
Yeah, me too.
We were talking about in the other class about carols, like Christmas carols
Right?
and carolers, and how we in our culture, Mexican culture, we lost the Christmas caroling, like the actual culture that we have, like
Mm.
but
Yeah, like posadas and stuff.
well, nobody
Uh-huh.
does that anymore. Did
No,
you do that as
they
a kid or not?
I used to when I was very, very, very young. I think we stopped doing it perhaps by the time my grandpa passed away.
Oh,
We
really?
stopped doing posadas. It's like nobody, because yeah, my dad's family is big.
Oh,
We used to be big. And we used to do that with, we would, light up the candles and have a
uh,
piñata and all
I
of
used
this
to love that, the
with
piñata.
posada.
That was the whole thing, and
Yeah.
that was the main thing, and all the food that you can eat. So like celebrations about food and drinks,
Yes.
and that's
And
how,
you know what?
you,
You know how kids started complaining when the piñatas, instead of having candy, they used to
uh,
have fruits.
yeah,
Remember? They used to have
yeah. It
fruits.
was a sugar cane. I love
Sugar
sugar
cane and
cane,
jicama
and
and
then tangerines and
exactly.
other things.
And
Really
now
cool. I used to love that.
at
What
some
happened?
point, kids started complaining and like, oh, we want maguito sonrisas.
Oh,
Yes.
you know which one? I never got used to it. Just masapan. I just can't
Oh, I
get
love
used.
mazapan.
I can't get used. I just can't get used to it. You
Okay.
know. And I know it's a multi-billion-dollar industry, and I
Yeah.
know I'm Mexican and I should like them, but I'm just not into it.
Yes.
They find a way to
Very
make
Spanish
it.
sweet.
Yeah,
Spanish candy sweet.
probably because my childhood was more about American candy. M&M's, Snickers.
Right.
What you call it? Did you ever have access to American candy? Like you lived in the States for a while, didn't you?
Yes.
I
But
had Rolos. I love Rolos.
oh, rolls are great.
Rolos were
But
great, but
I lived in the States being as an adult. As I mean, I had already
oh
been grown. So not much candy. No, not for me.
no, for me it was like wow, there's like so many candies that I grew up with. I didn't have a sweet tooth, to be honest. I'm not a huge fan of candy, but if I gotta
Almond Reese.
have it, I would much rather have like a Mars
Ah.
bar as opposed to a Snickers, something that's more peanut butter and nougat and
Mhm.
other stuff they put in there.
Right.
Not just like hard candy. I'm not a huge fan of hard candy. Like
Right.
candy canes at Christmas is very common.
Yes,
Not
it's
at
very
all.
common.
I'm
No,
not.
I don't like them
I'm
either.
not at all. I don't know. If you give
No.
me a candy cane, I'll probably just put it on the tree and that's about it. I'm not gonna eat
Yeah,
it.
exactly. Yes, that's actually another German tradition, and a German who moved.
What's the connotation behind that? What's up with the cane? Is it
Um,
like to remember old people or what?
no, I actually don't have that information because I just read that it comes from Germany, and
Uh-huh.
the guy that made it popular, he kind of like decided to decorate his tree with
Uh-huh.
candy canes, but because that's the only thing there was. So basically that's it. I think that's
Uh-huh.
the main. If you guys, anyone who is listening, if you guys know the story behind the
Yeah,
candy
let us
canes
know. By
tradition,
all means, please.
let us know in the comments, in our social media. Please give us
You
a
know what the ones I don't like is I read that the 12 grapes that we had, like we supposedly 12 grapes, like on New Year's Eve, during the countdown to the new year. That was just a
right.
marketing scheme, you know. It's just
Oh,
I believe it's a winery in Spain that
uh-huh.
just had a surplus of grapes. They just had like too many grapes.
Wow.
Like what are we gonna do with all these grapes? I know. Let's start a tradition that you gotta have grapes around this time of the year. You gotta eat them one every second to make a wish or something like that.
Yeah,
That's
because
kind of
that's
like
when grapes are more expensive.
that's what it went up in price. You know, okay, whoever did that marketing, give me a call.
Yeah.
Because I
Yeah.
think
Yes.
that's
Like,
awesome. That's a
yes,
crazy marketing
exactly. If
campaign.
you're starting your business, call
I know.
him.
I want to have that kind of marketing creativity.
Right. All
But
right.
this is not what I do. My stuff is teaching. That's what we do.
Yeah,
And
that's
we have
what we
fun.
do.
That's the more important, most important thing.
Yeah,
But you know,
absolutely.
traditions. How do you feel about traditions? Are they going? Is they getting too old, or going
Not to
backwards or
me.
forwards?
Not to me. I think one of the best things about humankind is we have history. And to me, preserving history is a major need right now. To
Uh-huh.
me, keeping up with traditions
I
and
think so too. You
preservation of
know,
those traditions, it's important.
I'm teaching a person online in Tequila, Jalisco,
Right.
and I actually helped one of my friends set up a school there many years ago. And well, we're talking about 30 years ago, okay, guys, something around that range. You do the math. And I remember back then, Tequila was a very small town, and people used to go around in circles in the main square,
Yeah.
where the girls would go clockwise and the guys would go counterclockwise. And
Uh-huh.
if you like the girl, you would give her a flower, and then you kind of like
Oh,
pulled over to the side and have a
wow.
conversation. It was so nice.
Oh, so
And then my
cute.
student just
Yes.
told me that they don't do that anymore.
No, they don't.
Ah, that's
They do
humble.
Tinder.
Yeah, now everybody's on social media,
Yeah.
Instagram or
Yeah.
whatever.
That's how you find a
And
girl right now.
but you know, it does open up the possibility to like other aspects, like because it's like guys and girls. What if you're a guy and you like another guy? You just can't. You're in the same circle. You can't just
Yes.
give or a
Yes.
girl that likes another
Now
girl.
it's like I want to go counterclockwise, and then I want to change because then I need to
I
see
think we need
what's
to be
out there.
inclusive, don't you? I think the times have changed, but I think they probably will be replaced with something else. You know?
Yeah, most likely. Yeah, most
Yeah, it's
likely.
just like us. You know, we don't trick or treat anymore, but we do have Halloween parties.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly. At some point, it's
and
like an
Christmas too.
evolution.
Do you ever have you ever thought of like changing some aspect of your Christmas tradition? You know, like
Um,
when I was like when I started out with my own family, I was kind of sick and tired of the tamale aspect. And like I want to cook tamales this year. Come on, can we just have like a Christmas pizza?
uh-huh.
So the mother of my children said like, yeah, sure, why not? You know, so we bought pizza. We
I
just
think for me it would be very difficult because my mom does the cooking for Christmas.
all right.
And she is Spanish descent. So we keep up with the Spanish tradition for the Spanish dishes.
Uh-huh.
We eat Spanish dishes for Christmas.
Oh, okay. You know what
So
what I could just not get used to in Mexico City is romeritos. You know those things.
romeritos,
I don't. What
yes, with
exactly is
mole.
that? What exactly
Grass.
is that?
It's
It's
just
grass,
grass.
right? Because I have family in Mexico City, okay, and
Right.
I hope they listen to this one day. Is stop
Yes.
sending me that, you know,
Yeah,
because I'm
come
not gonna eat
on.
it.
Romeritos are
You know,
nice.
my ex-wife is from Mexico City. She made
All
them
right.
once. I'm like, why do you guys eat this?
Because they're good for you.
I'm sure it's kind of like it's just like it's not it's like the nutritious part of the meal, right?
Right, right,
It's like to push all the
exactly.
good stuff out. Like you need the fiber in it.
Yeah, exactly.
I
We
just
need the
can't use it.
fiber, the
If
iron.
anybody listening likes romeritos and you want to explain to me what exactly am
Why
I
do you
supposed
like
to do with it?
them?
Let me know. Because it's just not my thing. And believe me, I was born here and I was born in Mexico City. Okay. And I'm just not used to it. Not used to it.
Oh,
I
so
just take what
sad.
I want, of Christmas stuff.
Yes.
And I think other stuff should make a jump. You know what
All
I mean?
right.
Like forget the turkey, and we should just like make tortas ahogadas like here, well, have like a Christmas
Yeah,
thing.
sure.
You
Why
know?
not?
Oh, the one thing that I want last time I went to Mexico City, there was this. I don't know what you guys call it, but it's kind of like esquites, but with a maruchan soup.
Oh
Have
my
you ever,
God.
have you ever
Where
tried
did you?
that?
No.
No,
Why?
oh
Why
my
would I?
God! I thought it was a thing in Mexico because I have been trying to find that same kind of thing here in Guadalajara. I just can't find it.
Mm,
If anybody knows the name of that, I don't recall the name to be honest. We were outside La Villa de Guadalupe,
yeah.
and we were looking for something to have dinner, a place, whatever, and we saw the guy on the street, and then he had like a nice little
Selling
crowd around
those.
there. So that's like a good deal. Like you see like a lot of people that stand, that's your cue right there. That
Yes.
guy has some good food. So
Okay.
the guy, I noticed that he was preparing something for a girl,
Mhm.
and he took like what we call esquites. You guys call it
We call it
this corn.
esquites.
Do you call it esquites? I
Yes.
don't know what we call it here.
You're the
Elote
ones
en vaso.
in Guadalajara. People
Elote
call
en
them en
vaso,
vaso, no?
right? I'm not sure. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Yes,
You're
esquites is
absolutely right.
Mexico
I'm
City.
wrong. Yeah, we
Mhm.
don't call it esquites. We
No,
call it
you
elote en
call it
vaso.
elote en vaso.
Okay, so the guy has this huge cup, and he mixes like with the same water of the
Yeah.
corn. He makes like a ramen soup, and he
Uh-huh.
mixes all together. You wind up with this huge cup that's
Oh,
about a
yeah.
liter in size. And
Wow.
I tried it, and I was in love.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I was like, thank you, Lord. I went back to church just to give thanks for helping me find this
Thanks
guy in
for
my
the
life.
for this guy's
This guy,
creativity.
thank you, Lord, for putting this guy with the corn in my life. Although I might never see him again, I hope he does well with his stand.
Yes, it's so
And
good
he
doing
told
what
me
he
that
does.
I told him, what do you call this thing? He told me the name, but by the love of heart of me, I just can't remember it. I would next time I go to Mexico City, I'm gonna find the guy must have an Instagram or something. I gotta follow him. You know? So we could I thought, to be honest, I truly thought that it was a thing. It was a thing. And you're the second person that's told me I've never seen that before.
No,
I
never.
thought it was a thing. In
Yeah.
Mexico City.
All right.
I
Yes.
don't know.
So if you
Okay, well, so
guys
we should
know,
make that a Christmas food now.
yes, yeah, we should add a new Christmas
Uh,
menu
Okay,
to
well, what,
to
what would
our
you what would
traditions.
you add? Nobody wants ponche anymore. Let's have what?
Oh, why would no
I
one
don't
want
know.
ponche? Ponche is
I'm
nice.
just thinking now.
I
Or
don't
a food
know.
that which Christmas food have you always hated?
Um, Ensalada navideña, like Christmas
Are you
salad.
serious?
Yeah, the one with carrots and beetroot and raisins. Not the
Oh,
apple
raisins
one.
and yeah,
Not
and,
the
and
apple
beans.
one.
I like that.
No,
I
I
like it.
don't.
Are you serious? You don't like it?
No.
It's actually good for you.
It is.
It is.
But I
Oh my
like it. I
God.
prefer the apple one.
And you're like the third person that's told me that. Like they hate that kind of salad.
Yeah, no, I don't
Yeah.
like that one. But I actually
No.
like all Christmas traditional
Do
food.
you like the Christmas punch?
I do.
Like
I
ponche?
make
I don't
it.
like it at
Oh,
all.
I love it.
You know what? You know why? Because it's like a fruit. It's like a fruit drink, but it's hot.
Yeah.
And that's
It's
that's
like a
wrong.
tea.
It's good. Yeah, it feels like I'm drinking just tea.
Uh-huh, exactly.
It's got sugar cane and it's got
Yes,
like lots of other fruits in it. And it's good
right.
like that.
Yeah, it's a mix of a lot of things going on in there, but I like it. I actually wouldn't change anything. Perhaps adding,
Oh, you would add? Okay, cool. What would you add to it?
yeah, I would add corn. Absolutely.
Like
Yeah,
corn on the
because
cob? Like corn on the
yeah,
cob?
corn
Like
on the cob
like
is like
like the
would totally eat that
well, who
because we
doesn't like
always
corn on the
eat
cob? Come on.
we always eat pulled pork at Christmas with my
Uh-huh.
family. We eat pulled pork, and I always think we always eat that with mashed potatoes, which is great.
Right.
But I always think, a corn on the cob would be nice,
which is
to
just nice.
bite on it, and that would so good. I think so. But this
I would add barbecue something. I don't
barbecue
know,
something.
barbecue
Okay.
chicken or barbecue like
But
steak.
actually,
But
the pulled pork that we eat is barbecue.
it's barbecue.
Yeah.
I would totally add that.
Yeah.
And we should just mix like the north part of Mexico with the south part of Mexico. Just have
Yeah, exactly.
a
Bring it
new era,
together,
a new
right?
era of
Like a
Mexican Christmas
fusion.
cuisine.
Fusion.
A fusion of everything else. No,
Right, right.
totally, totally. But we can round it up by saying Christmas is food.
For most people in Mexico, I think so. Christmas is family gatherings, presents, and food. Right?
Totally.
Yeah,
Totally.
in
I
Mexico.
think so
In
too.
North America, there are a lot more traditions.
You know,
So,
it's kind of weird because I grew up in the States, but I grew up in a predominantly like kind of black Mexican neighborhood. So we follow our standards. I don't know if you guys know that, most people in the States is the Christmas Eve on 24th, people just go to sleep, they wake up
right,
with presents. That's
right.
what children do. And then they get together on the 25th. And we are like the opposite. We have the Christmas Eve dinner and then they go to sleep. And then tomorrow we have leftovers and we just reheat them. And
Yeah,
Mexico City doesn't care about Christmas. They just wait till when the three wise men bring the gifts to the
yeah,
children.
exactly. Yeah.
That is like so funny. So funny. They're like, at Christmas, yeah, we're gonna do the Christmas. Well, we just gonna get together.
Uh
But no
huh.
presents? No, that's on the
No.
6th.
Yeah, that's
That's
on
the
the
only
sixth.
yeah,
Yes.
I find it incredibly.
Yeah. But since I lived there for a few years, I
Uh,
took up on a lot of Christmas North American traditions, such as having a Christmas villa, setting up a Christmas villa. Instead of a nativity set, I
uh-huh.
set up a Christmas villa.
Oh
And
yeah.
then and then I love, ugly sweaters. That's also
Oh
something that I
yeah.
like.
No,
I love ugly sweaters.
I was never just able to catch on to that. Why would you
Yeah.
have an ugly sweater contest? I have ugly
Because
clothing all year. Why would I want to add a
just
sweater
because
to it?
it's to have fun. It's to have
Yeah,
fun.
but I think that's a very American thing to do.
It is.
And I hope it doesn't catch on here in Mexico.
It is catching up.
Oh no, stop it.
Yes.
Stop now. Put
Yes.
that sweater back.
No. Stop
Put that
recording.
sweater back and put your jacket on. No, put a poncho on. You know?
Oh, right.
Did you ever have a poncho?
let's
I
let's
love
do
ponchos.
ugly punches. Ugly
Ugly
punches.
ponchos.
Only Christmas punches.
Ugly Christmas poncho.
All
Yeah.
right.
No, I used to have a poncho when I was like a teenager because I growing up in California. It was like, yeah, it was like kind of like Mexican pride kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't wear them anymore because I just want the blanket now. I don't want the actual poncho. I just want to be
Right.
as warm as I can. Because
Right.
I hate cold weather. This is one reason that I could not have like a Christmas where it snows, where it actually snows. We have
Right.
another teacher in Colorado, okay, Rose. I hope we get her in the next podcast. And
Yes, for
she
sure.
told me that where she lives, it's snowing, and I'm like, oh God, I don't think I could stand the whole winter just snow.
The whole week, the whole season.
No, yeah, the whole all winter long.
Yeah,
No,
the whole.
I'll probably last a week or something. I'm
Yeah.
just a chilly kind
Yeah.
of person.
It's not, I don't think it's easy to endure that kind of weather for people who were not born in that weather,
Exactly.
right?
So I mean, unless you have a chimney, you've got a fireplace.
And I don't think that would be enough.
No, you better have central heating.
Uh-huh.
Central heating,
Exactly.
because that's the only way it's gonna cut it.
Yes.
The
Yes.
fireplaces are nice, but I don't think they work. You ever been to Mazamitla here in Jalisco? No.
No, never been to, but a lot of people that who might be listening to
That's
us, they
like
love
going up to
Mazamitla,
Big Bear okay, without the snow. They have log
but with the
cabins.
cold,
It's nice and chilly outside, so it's a
right?
huge forest, and
Uh-huh.
you get to be in a cabin with a fireplace, and it gives you that feel that you're up in Canada somewhere else. You know.
Right.
And we set up the fireplace, like in this huge living room because we rented it about 2 years ago, but it was like several families, like my girlfriend and I and her family and some in-laws, right? So we're sitting in the part in the living room part, and I'm like right next to the right next to the fireplace. This is not it's not working a
It's
lot.
not hitting.
It's not heating a lot, all right? Let me throw in another log, or I'm gonna chop down a tree or something. It is a beautiful place. It's a nice place to get away because it has that, like old town kind of feel.
Right.
It's got the shops and most places downtown, they have that log cabin kind of look. And it's really, really nice. But I don't think I could live there. If it's like a
Just
cold,
for yeah, just spend the weekend, little getaway, and that's it.
You know what a lot of people do when they don't celebrate Christmas, like Christmas tree, they get away.
Yeah,
They get
they
away.
do. They do.
Yeah.
They don't want to be in the whole ambience,
Yeah, so like
Christmassy
with the
ambience.
in-laws, and
Mhm.
particularly because they don't have children. I see a lot of people that don't have children,
Yeah.
so they save up their money. That's what I'm gonna start doing. Just start saving up my
You're
money.
gonna stop having children.
Well, I stopped a long time ago. I'm actually looking forward to grandchildren. I don't have my own
Oh,
grandchildren. My girlfriend does,
all right.
but I realized that
You want it.
we have them over, because last week we had them over because they were doing some handcrafts related to Christmas. I think I can wait a little bit longer just for the grandchildren. I'm not ready. I'm not that
Okay,
patient
you're
yet.
not a grandpa yet.
I think we can postpone that just a little
All
bit
right. All right.
longer.
Very good. So this was it for our first episode for the You Speak podcast. Thank you, Javier, so much
Thank you
for
very
this.
much, guys. It was fun. I
Wonderful.
love talking to you, and I hope everybody else enjoyed it. Okay, I'll see you guys real soon with
Yes.
more fun stuff to talk about.
Right. And if you would like to learn more about Christmas traditions, American Christmas traditions, please visit our website, look into our blog entries. There will be an article waiting for you there. Thank you so much. Have a great holiday and see you soon.
See you very
Bye
soon.
bye.
Bye, guys.